on TV, then it's on now.
Seen it on a TV show.
It's on TV, and it's on now. It's on TV, and it's on now.
Seen it on a TV show.
Kira, welcome to the Mighty News. I'm Zach.
And I'm Sarah. Today on the news, crime wave is sweeping the country in the form of woolen graffiti. Scientists have invented an invisible cloak. We help them find it and the latest in weather around the country. But first, a story about that will turn your world upside down.
If you think the world is getting more and more upside down and topsy-turvy, it turns out you're right. Builders in Germany have built an upside-down house, and before you think they may have read the plans upside down, they did it on purpose. The wacky above was built as a tourist attraction as well as being a comment on the state of the world. The house is 23 feet tall and rests on the point of its roof. Supported by steel beams in the attic, inside the house there are beds screwed into the ceiling, upside-down wardrobes, an upside-down kitchen, and even an upturned bathroom, though it's not known if anyone has tried to have a bath in it or go to the toilet. Normally a house like this would take about 3 weeks to build. This one took workers over 4 months because they kept getting by the strange angles of the walls. Many tourists visiting the house complained of mild seasickness and dizziness after just a few minutes inside. We go now over to our reporter, Jordan, who is in the house with the homeowner. How are you feeling, Jordan?
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm Jordan, and this is Rick. And we're going to talk about the upside down house. And how long did it take to build the upside down house?
I thought it said about 4 months to build an upside down house because of all the weird corners and angles of the house because it's upside down.
What were the annoying features?
All the toilets and the carpets being laid on the ceiling.
Did you make much of a profit?
Yeah, with all the tourists coming in, you could charge them a couple of cents to get in.
Yep. Do you want to go halves on the profit?
Nah, I'm alright, eh?
That's all for now. Back to the newsroom.
Thanks. Thanks, Evan. Watching that makes me feel queasy and nervous. It's truly out of sight. Look at Harry Potter. The world of science is catching up to the world of magic. Scientists in Europe have created a 3D invisibility cloak which can hide objects by blending light waves using special tiny crystals, all stacked together that look like tiny piles of wood. It has been discovered that light can be controlled in a way that makes objects disappear. So far, scientists have in making small objects such as coins disappear, but hope that won't be long before they are hiding cars, planes, and even people. People have always dreamed of making themselves invisible. On one top scientist says the possibilities are endless, and we are all very excited. Unfortunately, since inventing the invisible cloak, the scientists have been having trouble finding it as soon as we put it down. Somewhere it just disappears. The inventor of the cloak said it appears they are having trouble finding other things too, like their lunch, which they think may be underneath the cloak. What will this eventually be used for hoping to see through the reasons behind the invisible cloak. Here is our on the sport reporter.
Hi, I'm Mary Holmes and I'm here with Big Boom, the inventor of the invisible jacket. Why did you make the invisible jacket?
Well, one weekend I hired out Harry Potter and I just saw it and I just thought I'd quite like it, so I make one myself.
Oh, cool. Could you please show me how you use the invisible jacket?
Yes, hang on a second. Beatrice, come here, Beatrice! Now, a second, I just need to get the cloak. Cloak. Oh, I found it. Now, I put this over Beatrice. Oh, where did she go? Where's Beatrice? Oh, Beatrice, there you are. Oh.
She's gone.
Beatrice, where are you? Beatrice! Oh, you stay there. You stay there, Beatrice. Stay there. Stay.
What will the invisible jacket be for?
Well, I was hoping one day that I could take over the world.
And if you take over the world, will you make more jackets for other people to buy?
Yes, I'll make big factories and then I'll like take over another planet like the moon.
Oh, yes. Well, that makes it a lot clearer. Thank you. You guys really are weirdos. Back to Sarah and Zach for the news.
A new wave of graffiti crime is covering the country thanks to an underground gang known as the Midnight Knitters. These wool-waving criminals are covering tree branches and lampposts with small knitted jerseys and scarves under the cover of darkness. Police have labelled the knitted activities of the gang illegal because their woolly crimes are being done on public property without permission. The popularity of woolen graffiti is growing and more public objects are being wrapped up warm and cosy every night. But the problem is growing in length and width, police say, and warn that if Midnight Knitters aren't caught soon, every tree, lamppost and traffic light in the country will be colourfully dressed against the cold. The problem is spinning out of control. There are a close-knit group of dyed-in-the-wool criminals. We are stitching together a case, but it's not seamless. What needless to me that there's no real pattern to the crimes, a police spokesman said today. So far the criminal knitters have escaped arrest and continue to pull the wool over the eyes of both the public and the police. We now go to a secret location with our investigate reporter who has an exclusive interview with one of the Midnight Knitter gangs.
Thanks, Zach. I'm Donald, and joining me in this top secret location is a member of the Midnight Knitters gang. Hello, Stitch, and thank you for joining us. What led you into the dark underworld of knitting graffiti?
Well, when my grandma passed away, she just gave me all her knitting stuff, like her wool, her needles. She even knitted this jacket for me, and my scarf.
Do you see yourself as a criminal?
Oh, it depends if the police come and catch us, but I don't think knitting's a crime.
Apart from trees, lampposts and traffic lights, what else would you like to graffiti with your wall?
Probably just the public toilets, hotel walls.
Do you think you will have a career with this?
Depends on how me and the gang go.
Thank you for your time, Stitch, of the Midnight Knitters gang. We are now going over to Wendy with the weather update.
Thank you, and good morning, New Zealand. Let's have a look at tomorrow's weather. Starting in the far north, a completely unexpected tropical storm in Katai with some pretty flash flooding and raindrops as big as your head. If you're going outside, wear a hat. Moving down to the island of Auckland, there'll be a mix of fair conditions and unfair conditions until lunchtime, but those are the conditions and you'll have to accept them. An anticyclone meets a tropical cyclone in the Bay of Plenty. Tune in tomorrow to see what happens. Will they fight or cancel each other out? Maybe they'll end up as friends. Wait and see. In Napier and Hastings, the weather will be occasionally changeable and occasionally not. We have no idea what will happen there. In Taranaki, a mild depression brings with it a very dull day, with no highlights whatsoever. It'll be gloomy, overcast and miserable all morning. However, things should cheer up by the evening, so don't worry, everything will be fine. Wellington will have another capital day. There will be no wind at all and the conditions will be so pleasant they'll actually be classed as extreme. In the top of the South Island in Kaikoura can expect to have a good day, meeting friends for lunch, going for a swim or reading the newspaper. But whatever you do, try to stay indoors as the weather will be just terrible. A real mix for Christchurch where excessive rainfalls hit along with some unreasonable rainfall, sensible wind, moderate thunderstorm and a smattering of very angry snow. In the lower south, Dunedin will be frosty, cold and unfriendly until late morning where the sun will pop over for a visit. Everybody likes the sun. That's all from me. Remember, if it's raining outside, that's the weather for you. Catch you later, New Zealand. Now it's back to you, Zach and Sarah.
Thanks, Laura. Well, that's all we have time for.
We hope you enjoyed the evening's broadcast. Thank you all for watching. See you again next time. Until then, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Zach.
Bye!
Woo.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are featuring an interview with a very peculiar looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1.